Hi, Fiona Bennett here. I wanted to talk to you today about your inner critic and how we can be so mean to that inner critic and why that's such a counterproductive idea. Really, our inner critic might seem like it is an external thing. When we listen to that voice, it sounds often like our mother or our father or a coach or a teacher or a bully that we had in school. But really, that inner critic is something that formed as a part of ourselves. It is an adaptive voice that grew out of a need to keep us safe. It was in response to one of those people, or maybe a conglomeration of those people who we felt we had to keep ourselves safe from. When we're a little girl and we feel that we are not good enough, that we're maybe not lovable, that we're under attack, we don't know what to do with that. It couldn't possibly be, the people that we love that are to blame. It has to be ourselves. And so, that's really uncomfortable. And so what do we do with that? Well, we have to toughen up, don't we? We have to find a way to cope. And so we develop this inner voice that's going to do that, that's going to protect us, that's going to give us a wall of division, of safety from the outside world. So we have that layer between us and those other people. That is our inner critic. It's the one that says, don't do it. Don't do that new thing that you want to do because you're going to look stupid. You're going to look silly. You're going to fail. And that voice tells us it before the other person who will hurt us. So we don't want to be hurt by the other person. So we say those things to ourselves. And it's in order to keep us small and safe. Safe is the key. We really want to be safe. And it's better for us to reject ourselves than to feel rejected by anyone else. And so that inner critic was a gift that we gave ourselves. The problem is that it is one that just keeps on giving and doesn't know when to shut up and doesn't know when to stop. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. It started out in order to stop that really bad feeling that we got when people who loved us hurt us. And so that's where it came from, but it doesn't feel good. We are hurting ourselves. And so rather than resist it, so strongly, because what we resist persists. We say, shut up, shut up, shut up, to that thing that we've described as negative, labeled as negative, and given all kinds of really bad names. I've called it really bad names. People call it chattering monkey and way worse than that. But if we can be compassionate and know that it stemmed from a place of trying to keep us safe, that's the first step, is to understand that. And then from there, be compassionate about ourselves and not say, oh, well, that was so stupid. Why did I do that? Why did I be so mean to myself? Because that's the next thing. When we're trying to heal, we can also be really mean to ourselves in the healing process. Like when we are trying to undo the negative, when we say something negative to ourselves, the first thing we do is like, oh, I did it again. Oh, God, there I go again. I always do that. I always say something negative. And we're just perpetuating the cycle. We're being mean to ourselves about being mean to ourselves. And so if we can have compassion about the fact that the process takes time. You know, it takes time to undo. When you go through the release of the negative energy, usually people feel an immediate sense of lightness and relief, like, oh, thank God. Thank God it's starting. And people feel immediately better, lighter, freer, and it's wonderful. But there is an expectation that we place upon ourselves that I'm never going to do it again, and that's so unrealistic, because of course you are. Of course you are. You've learned these things early on, and they became a way of life, and so it takes a long time to shift old habits. It takes effort to shift old habits. And so be kind to yourself when those old habits reemerge, and give yourself a break. You know, don't be so judgmental about these negative things that you learned. They came from a need, and you did the best you could in those moments to keep yourself safe. So compassion, self-compassion is the key all the way along. Compassion for where it started, compassion for where you're at, and just tuning inside now to what it is you're feeling. So when you're starting to feel those things, to be able to say, okay, there is that voice, and I understand why you're there, and I don't need you anymore. Thank you. I don't need you anymore. I'm going to change that channel because I don't need to hear those things anymore. I am able to do it. I am able to feel. I can take it. I can withstand a feeling. I'm strong enough. I'm not a little girl anymore, and I can handle it. I can do it. You can do it. You are strong. You are confident. You are powerful. You have everything you need. You're not helpless. You're not a victim. You survived, and you want to do more than just survive in your life. Now it's time to thrive. So let's be kind to ourselves. That's what thriving is about. It's not about pounding out that voice and like continuing to be mean about even having it. It's about allowing ourselves to be free in our lives and to feel what we feel and to live a life of joy and love and light. Back like we had before those voices were necessary in the first place. So, if you would like to learn how and be supported in the process, then please contact me. There's lots of ways of working through that process, and I help people do that every day, and it's my privilege and my joy. And my name's Fiona Bennett. I'm a life coach, educator, energy healer, and it would be my privilege to help you too. So let's do this. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Have a beautiful day. Have a free and happy day. Namaste.